Okay, everyone, today is day one of the butterfly experiment. And what the butterfly experiment is, we always use the analogy about being in transformation, how a caterpillar goes into a cocoon and it comes out a butterfly. So it's all about the metamorphosis. And I thought I'd start this in May, on May 1st, and call it Metamorphosis May, the butterfly experiment. So hi, Vicki, hi, Bob, Robert. If you like this, click like and share on Facebook Live and also on YouTube. So anyway, we're going to keep this short. So because we are in a cocoon. We've been in a cocoon, depending on where you're at in the country, for 4 to 6 weeks. And it looks like it's going to go on a little bit longer, even as it starts lightening up. So I thought this would be a good time to talk about this and to look at it a little differently. And the first thing we have to realize is the scary part about what's going on with everything else is the fact we don't know what the new normal is going to be. We have no idea what's going to happen when we come out on the other side. That's scary. Much like, let's use the butterfly experiment. When that caterpillar knows it wants to change, something happens, right? It's in its DNA. It knows it's time to change. Does it know it's going to become a butterfly? And here's the important part. Does it start planning, well, I want to be this kind of butterfly with these markings and this, or does it just know it has to change? And let's use that analogy for what we're going through. We know we have to change. Things are changing. Things are happening. We don't know what's going to happen on the other side. That's the scary part. Can you let go of totally designing the outcome? You know, it's like when someone says, I love change. And usually I go, bullshit, you like change you can predict. Do you like change? You have absolutely no idea what the outcome is going to be, right? And that's kind of what we're going through. So why don't we use this as that time? Because we're not quite sure. So why don't you start making some changes, not saying, you know, how the outcome has to be. It has to end up this way, or it has to end up that way, or whatever it happens to be. Can you let go of the end result totally? You can have an idea in mind. You know you're going to change. You're not quite sure how it's going to change. And I think this is very applicable for a lot of us with our businesses, with our, you know, how things have changed. You know, we're always hearing about these celebrities, how they've like realized that their relationship's different with their spouse because maybe they've been locked in for the first time for forever. I know in our case, it's been that way. I travel a lot. I do some things. I haven't been doing anything for 2 months. And so, you know, it's kind of interesting. So can you let go of that? And is it okay? One of my favorite sayings is, you don't know what you don't know. You know, and of course, with the social media thing, it's kind of ironic to say it on Facebook and on YouTube. But one of the problems with social media is we usually join echo chambers. So we think we know more than we know. But it's okay not to know what you don't know. I don't know this. I don't know that. Yes, you can go get information, but you don't know what you don't know. And this is a big one. In this, there's no information. We don't know how it's going to turn out. You know, what industries are going to survive, what industries are going to thrive, what industries may not come out of this very well. We're not quite sure. And we know that. So can you let go of that? So our challenge for today is just realizing we're beginning to make those changes deep inside. Because of outside influences, we've been forced into this cocoon. We've been forced into it. And so we're changing, however we're changing, you know, and however you're starting to change is okay. You know, that's the first process. Sometimes it's beyond your control. When that caterpillar goes into the cocoon, it can't control what's going to happen, right? In fact, it totally melts down to reform as the butterfly or the moth or whatever it happens to be changing into. So many people, you know, I'm seeing on Facebook and other things, they're gaining weight. Other people are losing weight. Some people are doing this. Some people are doing that. Whatever it is fine. Just realize it is what it is. So you can begin to say, I'm going to make some changes, but maybe let go of how it's going to end up. I've had to do that with my workouts. I like lifting weights. I like going to the health club. Well, that's off the table. I don't have weights at home. I just don't like that. So, but I like to work out. So I started adding Taibo, which is changing how I work out, which will change my body. Will I like it? Will I not like it? I don't know yet. I have no idea. We don't know what we don't know. I have to kind of roll with the flow, have to figure out what's going on. So my challenge to everyone on day one of the butterfly experiment is to think about what you would like to have happen, but what's really under your control. And then you realize there's not a lot of under our control. You know, my friend and colleague, he's also one of my agents in the theatrical world. You know, we know that industry is going to change. We don't quite know how yet. You know, how will film work? How will TV work? How's it going to affect Broadway? How's it going to affect, you know, even like, you know, traveling shows in theater? We don't know yet, right? It's all the unknown. What can I control? Well, I can work on my craft, right? If I'm an actor, I can work on like practicing scenes. I can work on maybe taking an online class. I could stay in shape. I could do what I need to do. So when it comes out, I have that under my control, not knowing what the outcome's going to be. Same with, you know, those of us that are hypnotists and NLPers, some of us do more than one thing. You know, you can study a little bit. You can take a class. A lot of people offering free classes, free seminars, free this. So you could take that. You could practice your skill set. You know, many of us have had to, and I was blessed because I've been doing it for 5 years, but doing online therapy and online trainings. Last week, I got the wonderful pleasure of actually doing a complete little essentials of NLP online in a new format in a different way. It was challenging. I didn't know how it would turn out. I just said, well, I could be prepared. I know what I was going to teach. Let's roll with it and see what happens. I liked it much more than I thought I was going to like it, right? And again, one of my other favorite sayings is you can scream at the dark or you can embrace the light. This time, whatever that light is, it is. So let's do that. So what is under your locus of control, right? Your attitude, your outlook, this and that, your behavior somewhat in your cloistered environment. The outside world, you know, I mean, we're even seeing world leaders have no control. So let's design the kind of life we want, which is the only thing we can do is inside our little cocoon right now, and then get yourself ready. So when you break out of the cocoon, you're ready for the changes. So I said I'd keep it short. I'd keep it brief. Please do comments on Facebook. Leave comments. I'll also post the YouTube video. Leave comments. Have some fun with this. Share it. Let's get this out there. And then later on, as we get going, if people want to post a little short, you know, 3 to 5 minutes, no more than 7, upbeat thing about the butterfly experiment, how you can change, what techniques and tips. Today's is just letting go of the outcome totally, realizing what you do have locus of control, and knowing it's okay to not know, because you don't know what you don't know. So have some fun with this, and I'll see you later on Facebook Live. I'm going to finish the YouTube video. Good. So let's do that. So please, you know, use this, post it, do some things with it. If you're watching it obviously on Facebook, you know, you could download it. If you're watching on YouTube, download it, use it. Pass this information around, get other people involved, right? Because again, as we take charge of this, we can really do some wonderful things. It's been my pleasure to be a part of this and to do the things that we're doing. So again, I'll see you on day 2 tomorrow of the butterfly experiment, and we'll have something really cool to do tomorrow.